Hey all, Siege here, and today, let's talk about content droughts. Personally, I've now experienced them in some form or another in Destiny, Destiny 2, Warframe, Monster Hunter World, The Division 2, Anthem almost immediately, etc. You get the point. And perspective is probably the most important aspect of determining how they affect each player. To me, content droughts are actually kind of like opportunities in disguise to either play something new or continue on with some other game that I may have taken a break from, hopefully coming back to some new features or content in the game. In truth, there's always the possibility that some other game will hook me and that I may never come back to. Or if nothing else, not play what I currently consider my main games in Warframe and Destiny for weeks or even months in a lot of cases. Let's be real. Most of you would probably not be watching this channel right now if it weren't for a content drought in Destiny 2 during the Curse of Osiris fiasco, as the video that actually gained me a following was called Fed Up with Destiny 2? How about some Warframe? So I can't completely look at them as all bad. But if you want to look at it from the viewpoint of the companies that produce these games, or from anyone who may benefit from continued exposure of said game, I would look at extended periods of time without substantial new offerings as a pretty big risk. One that seems to become even bigger each year with tons of new releases vying for that same basic market share. What's worse, in both Destiny and Warframe, future content seems vague at best. Destiny's roadmap for the year looks, well, even less eventful than the previous year. Shadowkeep will be smaller in scale than Forsaken, and if I really think about it, it feels like less content each year is kind of a trend they've been following for a while, even dating back to Destiny 1. And with the fact that they're now developing independently without other studios to potentially help out as they did in the past, well, it's probably reasonable to assume this trend is going to continue. Now with Warframe, I think you have a developer who's let their drive to produce playable content subside to more cosmetic-driven offerings because it's a much safer investment with a known quantity within the community. Fashion Frame is huge in Warframe. Some might argue it's bigger than the actual gameplay, and rightfully so, as the game really does allow for fantastic customization in that area. So what I see from the 1,000-foot view is they reprioritized to the players that they knew would always stay, given the investment that they've already made in the game and continue to play in really the only area of the game that's completely premium currency driven. And I think DE did this because I think they honestly don't know what to do with the endgame. Power creep is a huge issue in Warframe, and I don't think they want to nerf the game like they would need to in order to make even certain game modes endgame worthy. Challenging, with loot worth replaying over and over again. I think you're already seeing that in Destiny 2 with all the nerfs of exotic weapons that come before every single content release. Destiny has the ability to do it. I don't know that Warframe would be able to do it as easily, or if nothing else, they risk pissing off a lot of players more than the outlying group that already leaves to find new challenges even when there is compelling content. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I can see why Warframe stays on schedule with their cosmetic and prime launches and deprioritizes actual playable content. And I can't really say I blame them either, nor do I really know what can be done. And while I'm upset that I don't get to play more Warframe, I do get to venture out and enjoy other games. Think back to when you first started playing Warframe or Destiny or whatever game brought you to this channel and video. Remember that feeling of what seemed to be an endless amount of new things to do, learn, or explore about that universe? Well, there's a ton of games that have that same exact feature. I think arguably you could say all of them do. Now, admittedly, you have to like the premise and the gameplay of the title, but why would you not want to relive that feeling over and over again? For me, that's the best part of any game. The beginning, when everything is fresh and new and there's hours, days, weeks, or even months of stuff to do. And as much as I love Destiny and Warframe, I'll never experience that again on either title. And it's nothing against either game, Bungie, DE, or anyone else for that matter. It's their games, it's their companies, and they can choose to run them however they want. But when decisions they make on content, or lack thereof in many cases, force me into decisions, namely constantly keeping my eye out for new games, well, I learned the hard way with Destiny that only playing one game is just asking for frustration. So I stopped, and now I enjoy as many as I can, because there are a bunch out there just dying to be discovered by all of us. Here's the best part. We can always come back to either one of these games right away. So, just think about it, right? Destiny 2 made some of its greatest strides as a game when people started leaving after Curse of Osiris. Maybe having Warframe experience a similar pain might have a profound effect, who knows? But, it's not about them. It's about us, right? We're the customer. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video today. And, really consider what I'm saying in a non-malicious way towards either game, Warframe or Destiny. It's all about variety. It's a spice of life. And I promise you, if you do this, content droughts in really any game will look like more of an opportunity to actually go out and engage in something else versus a period of wondering just what the heck you're going to do next and how long it's going to be until you have that said thing to do. Oh, and if you like a particular content creator, maybe give their other content a chance as well. See if maybe you like the creator more than the game. I know personally there are quite a few that I love just like that. At any rate, I hope you all have a wonderful day today. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Don't flame me too hard in the comments. I'll talk at you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye.